After going 3 games unbeaten, this was a return to bleakness for Crystal Palace. Oliver Glasner's men were outclassed by a live-wire Fulham side, Emile Smith-Rowe and Harry Wilson providing the goals as Palace finished with 10 men as Daichi Kamada was sent off. Fulham were sharper across the board, deserving the lead provided by Smith-Rowe at the end of the first half. But a struggle for a second persisted, and nerves would have jangled in those closing stages, even after Kamada's red in the 76th minute for a sliding tackle into Kenny Teat's shin. But Wilson contributed once again as a substitute, having scored twice in injury time to beat Brentford at the start of the week. This time his role was to be a closer, not savior for Marco Silva. Wilson's arrival in the 82nd minute was followed by jubilation just 39 seconds later. West Ham v. Everton, Wolves v. Southampton, and more. Clockwatch, live Palace strolled out without key men, Eberici Ease and Adam Wharton among the missing, but with a tinge of optimism from the past fortnight. A first league win of the season came courtesy of Tottenham's generosity, a Carabao Cup quarter-final booked with victory at Villa Park. Only a late disallowed winner at Molineux had got in the way of perfection. Injuries and suspension led to an ad hoc midfield, Mark Gahey stepping up to partner 21-year-old Justin Devaney, captain of the under-21s, in for his Palace first-team debut. The question for Silva was whether Wilson would be rewarded with a start after a cameo to rival Christopher Walken as Captain Coons. Another stint on the bench was ordered. The opening minutes were low on quality and composure across both sides, but steadily, Fulham began to threaten. Alex Iwobi moved central to play in his fellow wideman Reece Nelson, whose shot was met strongly by Dean Henderson. Nelson's runs from the left posed danger, but his finishing touch remained absent. He shot wide after cutting in from the wing minutes later. While the visitors dominated possession and were far neater in the middle, dinks, flicks, the whole lot, the hosts took little care of the ball when they got a go. One example came midway through the first half, when Nathaniel Klein's clearance ricocheted off Iwobi into the path of Smith-Rowe, with a sliding and rather dangerous challenge from Maxence Lacroix required to stop the attacker from pressing release. Palace's best way in was through the heart of Jean-Philippe Mateta, the Frenchman up top routinely raising his arms to get Selhurst bouncing. He headed over the bar after leaping high to meet a free kick and nearly opened the scoring near the end of the first half. Ismaila Sarr burst forward on the right, his deflected cross looped high into the air, and Mateta snuck in between Bernd de Leno and Joachim Andersen to deliver a glancing header. Leno got a touch, the ball trickled towards the net, but Andersen, back at his old place of work, cleared off the line. Instead, it was Fulham who gained advantage before the break, capitalizing on Palace's doziness. Lacroix's pass out from the back went straight to Smith-Rowe, who played a 1-2 with Raul Jimenez before shifting onto his left foot inside the area to finish. Henderson had enjoyed a fine half and got a hand to it, moving low to his left, but the net still bulged.